Oh my god. It's super late, and I'm so happy to be home. The ride home was a nightmare. That guy was freaking out of his mind. I missed you so much, Catters. I missed you so much, baby. Yeah. At the gas station, he disappeared for about, 10 minutes. He must have gone to the bathroom. He was already high when he picked me up. But he was so high after we left the gas station. And I mean just blabbity, blabbity, blab the entire way. And like yelling! Like, I recorded some of him, but oh my god, it sucked so much. And he asked me if I was gay. And then, not too long after that, he said, "Have you ever got a blowjob while driving a car?" Ugh, that's what I said, Caters. God. He asked if I smoke, and what things do I smoke. Oh, you're so cute. Oh, I miss my daddy. He was looking for somebody to party with, apparently. But he was mumbling. He was like, "Oh, should I go to that guy's side? Oh, that house over there, the one about... Yeah, maybe I should go there, maybe I shouldn't. Well, I don't know. Man, you know what I'm saying?" And I was like, ha, 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 ha. And he couldn't find his pen. When I met him, he was like, "What the fuck did I do with my pen? Where's my pen? I just had it. I probably threw it away like I threw away everything else. Every other fucking thing that I had. Okay, I'm gonna go." And, God, it sucked so much. And, he was messing around with his phone, like, blabbering about his Apple, and he was like, "Yeah, man, it says contact Apple support, and, like, I took out the battery and it won't do anything. It doesn't do anything." And he's like, while we're driving, he's all over the road, and then he starts to, like, drift over onto the shoulder, and we were at a really sketchy part, like, where there was kind of a drop-off. And so I reached over to, like, just touch the steering wheel, and he was like, "Oh, hey, man, I'm a good driver. I'm a good driver. You don't have to worry about me. I'm a good driver. My driving's making you nervous, isn't it? Man, I can't believe you tried to grab the wheel." God, it was so horrible. And by that point, we were like San Onofre by the giant nuclear boobs. So it was still like another hour. Oh my God. And he had like the radio on, and it was scratchy, and he was like, "Yeah, man, you'll love this. As soon as you listen to this station, you'll be hooked. I think it's AM 600, but they got like everything. They got like conspiracy theories and like, all kinds of stuff, man." Woo! Oh my God, it sucked so bad. But I, at one point, was literally worried for my safety because I didn't think he could drive. He was so spun. And I just tried to be really nice to him. I bought him a tea and tried to, like, he didn't like that I touched the steering wheel, so he wouldn't let that go. So and he would just start like going on and on. Oh my God, it was terrible. Just terrible. So I would try to lead him and like, "Did you feel that big earthquake?" "Yeah, man, I had that earthquake, and man, when I was a kid, I remember that was a good one. That was a fun one. I was at the one that I was at. It's so funny. That's another coincidence. It happened on my birthday, and like, we were. It was 5 o'clock in the morning, but we were still up. We were up, and we were like, oh my God, is this like, is it gonna come back? Is it over? That was fun." Oh God, so. It was so bad, and then when we got into the city limits, Like, I'm like, this is the 805. You're probably going to want to take the El Cajon Boulevard. Yeah, I know. I know, dude. I told you I'm from, like, East County. So he's, like, from way out in Santee or something. Oh, God. And, yeah, a couple times he mentioned blowjobs while driving. And said something like, "Yeah, you're probably talking to you're on your cell phone a lot. You're on your phone a lot. You're probably talking to your boyfriend, huh?" And I was just like, "Oh God, please, please, just let me get home. I want to see that kitty again. I want to see that kitters." And he started toward the end there getting kind of like mad when I'd tell him where to go, and he's like, "Yeah, I know. I told you. I grew up here. I grew up here." I was like, "Yeah, okay." And so we exited on El Cajon Boulevard, and then we turned left, and he was just like, what? Huh, what? Yeah, what? Where do I go? And I'm like, "Just go straight." "Yeah, I know." He was like, "Is this university? I can't believe you took me this way, dude. Like, if you wanted to say, let's stop at a bunch of stoplights, and I asked you, I remember asking you, like, can we take university? I asked you." And I was like, "Oh, I didn't hear that. Sorry." Dear God. So he was like starting to argue with no one and starting to trail off, and oh God, it was terrible. And he was like, "Hey, I used to hang out over here. I got robbed at gunpoint in this neighborhood." I was like, "Oh wow, my neighborhood." He was, "Yeah, it was somebody's house though. It was in somebody's house." And then as we were going over the bridge, he was like, "Yeah, I could just stop by there. I could stop two places before I go back. Because my boss said, go there and go back." But I could say, like, "Man, I'm going to my friend Shannon's house. And then I can go one other place, and then I could go one other place. You know, I don't want to go to San Diego and not stay." And then, like, fuck, I didn't think he could pull the car into my parking space. And he was like, "Well, it's going to go here." "Well, you tell me, because we can put it there, we can make it work. But if you're not going to tell me," and I'm like, just over here to the right is fine." And he was like, "Well, not there, but maybe there. But you're really indecisive. You really can't make up your mind, so it's just going to be right here." I'm like, "Oh, right there. Right there against the wall." And he was like, all right. It's going to be where it's going to be." Dear Lord. And then he was telling me, he was like, "Yeah, man, I was at this one girl's house." This was toward the end. He was like, "Yeah, man, I was at this girl's house, and she was sucking my dick, and she was sucking it so hard." And then I'm like, "Turn here. This is Calmia." And then when it got out of the truck, so loud, it was like 1:30 in the morning, in front of people's houses, and he was like, "Yeah, like I was saying, anyway, she was sucking my dick, and she threw up. She threw up all over me, man." So I was like, "Let me go get my checkbook. I don't want you to see where I live." So it was awful. It was awful. It was awful. He told me I could drink. He offered to pull over so I could get some booze and drink while we drove. And oh my God, he was just so cracked out. It was really, really scary. So thank you, whoever was watching out for me, because that wasn't cool. And I've been to jail. And I was still worried for my safety. Anyway, I'm so glad I'm home. And good night.
Where's my kitty? Where's my kitty?